Hey guys, it's Josh with Project Idea again, where we put ideas into action. Today we're going to be working on a ladder. No, this is not a ladder you can actually go outside and climb. This is literally a ladder for decoration. My wife wanted me to make one. We hang our blankets on it. So here I just had some boards that I found out in the out in our barn, and it had some nails in it, so I was repurposing this. This was actually some trim pieces from either a building or I think it might have been off my dad's house or something like that at some point, but I'm reusing them here for this. And you can see it's got some paint and such on it. Right here I had to try to scrape as much of that paint off as I could. Be careful when you're doing anything like scraping old paint or anything like that. You want to wear a mask when doing this kind of stuff. Especially here in a minute, I do a lot of sanding on it. Try to remove the remainder of the paint. And I make sure and wear a mask because you don't want to breathe any of those particles of the paint in. Especially if you don't know what kind of paint it is. But here I just cut one of these pieces of wood in half. These are going to be the two sides of the ladder. And once I got it cut in half, like I said, definitely put your mask on. But I had to sand down the rest of it, and I do a little comparison here as a before and after sanding. I did want to leave a little character to this as far as aged character, and there was some spots on this board that had like some black tar from the roof and such, and I kind of left that where you could still see it, and it just adds a little character to it, I think. But that's the two pieces right there. It was the before and after. And here I take the other board I found, and I cut this for the runs. Of course, each of these I just measure out the same length and cut them all the same length. I had 5 on the ladder that I made. You can design this however you want to. Like I said, these the boards here that I'm using are about a 1x2, but they were trim pieces. And after I got those shorter pieces cut, I went ahead and sanded those down as well. Get the remainder of the paint and such off. But again, make sure you're wearing your mask. You don't want to breathe any of that in, just in case. Here I marked in the 2 longer side pieces where I was going to drill the holes. I used screws to hold this together, wood screws, and I marked these at 9 inches on each one of these, and just drilled the hole the same on both sides that way. And wanted to make sure and pre-drill these holes so none of the wood would split using the wood screws. And I went ahead and pre-drilled the holes in the sides, in the runs as well. After that, I made sure and started each one of these screws in the side. I did not have a countersink to use at the time, so I went ahead and used a larger drill bit before this right here. I don't show it on camera here, just to kind of countersink that hole a little bit so the head of the screw would be flush or underneath the board there. And I just started the screw until I could see the point coming out the other end. That helped me actually line it up with the other board. And once I got that lined up, it kind of held it in place as I could screw the screw in there. Make sure that's good and tight. Move on to the next one. I got all that one side done, and then I started the screws in the next side. After starting those in, same thing, just line up the screw. I started with the middle one here. That allowed me to keep it balanced on there while I could line up all the others. And I did line those up before screwing those in as well. Make sure that when you do this, you get the right side as far as going up each side and everything. I ended up having to change that because I did it wrong. But after it was said and done, and I did change it around there, I put little rubber pieces on the bottom of this to keep it from moving because we have hardwood. That's the final product there. Hope you guys like this, and if you do, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and thank you.